Glad you're streaming with us. Well, news out of Ecuador now as presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio is assassinated while leaving a political rally in the capital of Quito. We want to warn you, the video may be disturbing. The video footage now being received by investigators. It actually captures the moment that Villavicencio here got into the car just before the gunshots were fired. The assassination comes just 10 days before Ecuador's presidential election. Our Mexico City correspondent, Matt Rivers, has been covering the story for us, joins us now with more. So, Matt, what are you hearing from police? Who do we think is responsible?
Yeah, Kara, what authorities are saying is that they do believe there is some sort of organized crime connection at this point. We know that this candidate, Fernando Villavicencio, has received multiple threats from various organized crime groups over the years. He's been a public figure for a long time. He was an anti-corruption reform candidate who was not afraid to speak his mind, including about organized crime. And he had said recently that he was the target of multiple threats from at least one organized crime group that has connections here to the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. Specifically, though, authorities are not saying yet who is exactly responsible within the organized crime world there. We have seen some unverified videos floating around social media in terms of people claiming responsibility, but we can't verify any of those claims, so we're not going to give them too much credence at this point. But it does appear, Kira, that there is an organized crime connection.
So let's talk about current President Guillermo Lasso. How is he responding? Is the presidential election even going to take place?
Yeah, it's a very valid question, and according to Lasso, constitutionally, they have to go forward with this election. There is no constitutional provision to deal with this kind of thing, and so the federal government says that they have no choice but to go forward with elections on August 20th. What we're hearing from President Lasso is that this crime will not go unpunished. He was, in fact, one of the first people to come out and say there was an organized crime connection to all this, but as of now, it does appear that the multiple candidates that are on the ballot in this presidential election will be voted on August 20th.
You know, talking about the organized crime being behind the assassination here of Villavicencio, you know, he was campaigning against this corruption in Ecuador with the cartels, the gangs, the drug trafficking. It's completely out of control, as you know. So let's just talk about how all of this is impacting the immigration issues that we're seeing at our southern border and how things move forward here.
Yeah, for those who might not be super familiar with South America and the northwestern part of South America, Ecuador has long been seen as a more tranquil place, a more peaceful place, sandwiched between Peru, Colombia, Venezuela is nearby, and those countries really took the attention as far as being more violent, being more involved in the drug world. Ecuador was kind of its own thing for a while there. That really started to change in the last couple of years, where we have seen a huge amount of drug cartel influence moving into the cities there. Homicide rates have spiked. Cartels, including those from Mexico, have taken advantage of Ecuador's numerous port cities. In a place like Guayaquil, for example, an Ecuadorian city that has seen huge spikes in violence. To that end, migration from Ecuador, which historically has been very low, at least people arriving to the U.S. border, has spiked dramatically. Just last month at the Darien Gap, which is that land crossing between South America up to Central America, Colombia to Panama, the third most populous group of citizenry recorded by Panamanian authorities. First was Venezuela, then was Haitians, followed by Ecuadorians. That's something we've never seen before.
We'll stay on the story. Matt Rivers, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.